I'm Big Papa Grump.
And Golden Boy.
And we're for the Board of Doom, and this is our recap of Extreme Rules 2017. Apollo Crews and Kalisto wrestled. Apollo Crews lost. Titus Brand, no one cares.
Opening up the show, we start out with the Intercontinental Championship, Miz versus Dean Ambrose. This ended up being probably my favorite match of the night. In my opinion, the most entertaining, best match of the night. I love the finish. Miz picks up the win. 7th at the time Intercontinental Champion. The official Miz Intercontinental Championship comeback tour starting tomorrow night on Raw. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. Congrats, Miz.
Yeah, it was a fun match. It started out, it was, the opposite of an Extreme Rules match, because there was a disqualification stipulation in there. And it started out as a kind of a technical match where they were actually just, doing their thing. And then it evolved into a more heated match. It definitely had a fun ending. I thought it was done pretty well. Up next was the boys and girls match with Sasha Banks and Rich Swann versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. It was actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, good match. Ends up Rich Swann getting the Phoenix Splash, getting the pin on Noam Dar, obviously, because he's not going to Phoenix Splash Alicia Fox. I think she might die from that. But, yeah, good match, fun spot. Sasha Banks doing the big double knees off the turnbuckle to the outside on Dar. That was pretty cool. And, at the end, with their victory, their little celebration, Sasha and Rich showing their little dance moves. They got a little chemistry there in the ring. So, fun match, good pick-me-up match. I enjoyed it for sure.
I'm just happy to see Rich Swann back in action after being hurt forever.
Now we got the steel cage match for the Raw Tag Team titles. We got the Hardy Boys versus Cesaro. And this match kind of rubbed me the wrong way because usually don't like to brag about my picks, but this is the only one I missed tonight, and I think somebody else feels the same way about that. How many matches did you miss tonight?
You got one wrong.
Yeah. This is the match we both got wrong tonight. Hardy Boys in a close one. Hardy's just couldn't escape the cage door by the time Sheamus and Cesaro dropped down and climbed over the cage and dropped to the floor. So Sheamus and Cesaro pulled it all. This is just kind of it was a great match as far as just like the in-ring capabilities.
Yeah, it was fun.
Once again, WWE got a little weird with their rules. Jeff Hardy actually escaped the cage at one point in the match to come back in the cage and help Matt because he's getting destroyed by Cesaro and Sheamus, and he does a nice whisper in the wind from the top of the cage onto the Sheamus and Cesaro. Therefore, somehow he re-entered the match, and then they both had to reset and get both of the Hardy Boys had to exit the ring again. So, yeah, just another weird thing with WWE mixing the rules up a little bit. But overall, in the end of things, again, fun match. Sheamus with a big white noise from the top of the turnbuckle into Matt Hardy. Almost broke him.
And we get to the Raw Women's Championship match. The kendo stick on a pole match between Alexa Bliss and Bayley. It was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. And Alexa Bliss beat her way more soundly than I thought she was going to. So that was a bit of a surprise. I mean, that was the swerve, yeah.
Yeah.
And like once she got a hold of the kendo stick, it was over. And yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised that they kind of punked out Bayley a little bit. I thought Bayley was going to put up more of a fight, actually maybe get some real kendo stick usage. No.
Yeah, instead the kendo stick put a fight on her and lumped her up a good bit.
Yeah.
Got put down with the DDT. So after the match, it looks like Bayley needs a hug. As do you, Big Papa Grump. You need a hug too. Us here at the Board of Doom, we have a question, and that is, who wants to walk with Elias? I do. I don't know if you do.
I don't like walking anywhere, but I mean, if I'm going to walk anywhere, I'm walking with Elias Samson.
Yeah, I'd rather walk without Vagabundo, but I can't always get what I want, so I'll settle and walk with you, Elias.
That was a fun segment. You know, he was really the only heel character to come out and just get straight heat. It was pretty cool. The crowd seemed actually kind of into it. Like they were buying into the gimmick a lot more than they did in NXT, which is kind of the flip. A lot of times you'll see a gimmick come up from NXT. It worked there, and it did. Adam Rose. There's been others. And
Dallas.
Yeah, even Tyler Breeze to an extent.
Tyler Breeze.
and with him it was dead in
Complete
NXT, and then he brought it up here, and it seems to be working. So good on WWE for giving a gimmick a second chance.
Yeah, I dig his tunes. I dig his lyrics. I mean, he's
funny.
Yeah, he's funny. It's a good change. Good mix. Congrats, Elias. I'm digging it.
The Cruiserweight Championship match, the submission match between Neville and Austin Aries. First of all, I want to complain about the crowd a little bit. Crowd was dead for that match, and that was a really good match. I enjoyed that match. They picked it up a little bit at the end, and Neville getting the win to me made sense. I didn't see them putting the belt on Austin Aries that quickly.
No, and to be honest with you, I don't see any Cruiserweight getting the belt put on them anytime soon because, like I said before, Neville's the best champ WWE has to offer. He's just destroying everybody. And tonight, landing that big red arrow on the spine of Aries and then putting him directly right into the rings of Saturn was awesome. You knew Aries had no choice but to tap. So, again, these guys put on another great match between the two of them. They have clearly some of the best chemistry in wrestling right now. These guys are constantly putting on consistently good matches, consistently good technical, high-flying. These guys do it all, so... Yeah, great match. I'm happy with the outcome. I enjoy Neville being Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah, in the preview video, Junior mentioned that he's kind of hoping that this transitions into a feud between Neville and TJP. And actually, I'm kind of thinking that it maybe not right away. They might throw Gallagher at him first. But yeah, and that's definitely going to be intriguing. Junior, who's not with us because he kind of flipped off on us today. So, being cheeky.
In the main event for the night, probably the most anticipated match, the one everybody was looking forward to the most, the fatal five-way number one contenders match for Brock Lesnar's Universal title, and probably my favorite outcome of the night, they finally gave it to the Destroyer. My pick, his pick, Samoa Joe. I've been waiting for this match at Great Balls of Fire between Joe and Lesnar. I've been waiting for this for the longest time. Even when Joe was in NXT, I always wanted to see Joe and Lesnar. Joe's physicality matches up with Lesnar's better than anybody else's in my mind. I'm so excited for this match. I hope Joe takes it to Lesnar.
I was thinking that at this point, with the exception of Reigns, because of how they perceive Reigns and Lesnar, it was going to be Samoa Joe with probably the best chance to put on a good one-off match between him and Lesnar while we're waiting for Strowman at SummerSlam. Because you know Joe's not going to win because it's going to be Lesnar and Strowman at SummerSlam. But he can, if he gets beat by Lesnar in a good match, you still build Joe up, and he can always come back later. So I didn't think Balor was going to do it yet because I think they're going to take their time with Balor bringing him back up. Bray, they will never put over properly, ever. So you can, and Joe makes sense because, again, like he mentioned, the physicality between the two, it makes for a very intriguing matchup. So the Beast and the Destroyer.
Look, Grump, you could sit here and you could talk about this being a one-off match. You could talk about this being whatever you want it to be. Samoa Joe's going to win the Universal title at Great Balls of Fire. You heard it here first. Brock Lesnar, you're fading, buddy. You're fading. You're going to fall out. You're going to get choked out by the Coquina Clutch. The Destroyer's going to take you down. You're going to lose your Universal title. You're done.
The only way he loses the title is if he leaves it at the airport.
As far as the in-match stuff goes through the match, everybody had some big moments in the match. Everybody shined really well. Obviously, Roman Reigns punching everybody in sight. Bray Wyatt throwing out some Sister Abigails. Joe strong. Balor looking good.
I liked the
Seth Rollins.
I like the spear taking Balor and Bray or Balor and Joe through the barricade, and then Seth doubling up with the frog splash on the Bray through the table. That was a nice little sequence.
Yeah.
And then as
A lot of good action with that.
The ending built, everybody got their finisher or close to their finishers in.
Yeah.
And so it was, the end was pretty good. The match was solid all the way around. I'm taking a little bit of issue with the crowd because the only time they seemed to pop during the main portion of the match was when somebody was punching Roman Reigns.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, they got into it to the end. There was energy to the end of that match, and that was pretty cool. And Joe going in with the locking in the Kakita clutch on Finn Balor. I was a little surprised that Balor is the one that took the initial end of, the submission at the end. I thought for sure they were going to make Bray eat a pinfall because they always make Bray eat a pinfall. But
we all know Samoa Joe has your number, Finn Balor. He kicked your ass out of NXT. I'll never forget Lowell, Massachusetts, Samoa Joe. I'll never forget Lowell.
All right, so for the night, the standings for just tonight, the winners are standing in front of you. We each got 5 out of 6 right. You had
damn Hardys.
Yeah, Little Doom and Uppercut coming in with 4, and then Wife of Doom Jr., Golden Boy, CJ Truth, and Big Shez all had 3, bringing the overall standings. So the Wife of Doom is still winning for the season, 3 in. However, we closed the gap a bit. There's a 4-way tie for second place between myself, CJ Truth, Big Shez, and Uppercut. You've got 12, Junior's got 9, Doom's got 8. And just keep in mind, Little Doom's a little kid, and she's got 8 right so far. So there you go. But yeah, it's tightening up just a little bit. Still got a long way to go. We've got 46 more events between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So because I think after August they're going to go twice a week, and just recycle in your house names.
So yeah, we got the predictions keep coming at you. We're still going at it. Every pay-per-view, every big event. We got Money in the Bank coming up in 2 weeks. Arguably one of the most important, one of the most pivotal pay-per-views of the year. Definitely a big story changer. You got the #1 women's, the first ever women's Money in the Bank match. You got the regular men's Money in the Bank match. Should be a good time for the SmackDown brand. Looking forward to it.
Rusev's supposed to reappear.
Ruru.
They're going to start building that story up. So yeah.
We want Ruru.
Yeah, miss Ruru. I actually wish Ruru was in the match, but, I'll settle for Kevin Owens. So I've been Big Papa Grump.
I'm the Golden Boy.
And we've been the Board of Doom, and we'll catch you next time.